a speech yet. It's probably not going to be that funny. Graduates, family members, friends, Cape Cod Tech teachers and faculty, it's an honor to be asked to come back and speak at the 2018 Cape Tech graduation. First off, graduates, congrats on making it this far. I know 4 years of also learning a shop alongside your regular academics is not the easiest thing in the world, but it gives you a big leg up on everyone else from these other high schools. Now you're sitting on a stage where, for many of you, maybe the last time you're here for a while. I remember being in school my junior and senior years and not thinking there'd ever be a time where I wouldn't be taking the bus at the crack of dawn to be going to my shop all day. And that brings me to a little background on myself. My name is Austin Higgins. I graduated here in 2013 and my shop was in IT. That means 9 years ago this September, I was getting on the bus for the first time to head to first period algebra with Mr. LeBlanc. After graduating from Cape Cod Tech, I started my bachelor's degree at Worcester Polytechnic Institute, studying aerospace engineering. I graduated from WPI last May, and I've been working for a year in industry at Pratt & Whitney, like Mr. Sanborn said, on jet engines. Now my path has had some curves and U-turns along the way from that first bus ride to where I am today. I got back to Cape Tech in 2009, and after going through exploratory, I decided that IT was the shop for me. Learning a trade, having some hands-on experience instead of just staring at a book all day, was something that was pretty enticing as a kid who didn't seem to like school very much. It also let me see what life might actually be like outside of school, because I know in the real world you're not looking at textbooks all day doing homework. Still a little bit of homework, but not too much. Now, don't get me wrong, I love John Steinbeck and calculus as much as everyone else on this stage, but being able to get training and experience on a trade that would actually make me money straight out of high school was something that was pretty nice, and I didn't have to take academics all day. My journey started off in IT, but after Cape Tech started offering some pre-engineering classes my junior year, I wanted to try it out and see if it was something I'd be interested in. So I moved my science class to Miss Buick's engineering class, and I was hooked right from the start. After that point, I tried to take classes, research, work in, and apply to colleges that offered engineering degrees. I was accepted to and made it through 4 years of aerospace engineering at WPI, and then I got my dream job at a company. One of the things that hadn't changed between that first day of school to where I am today is that I learned on every single step of the way. That didn't mean I just studied for school all day or take tests. Learning comes in a lot more forms than that. In shop, I got physical experience in a trade, and that let me learn by doing. I still had to read some books about standards and regulations, but then I got to go out and practice in the real world instead of using flashcards. If I made a mistake, I learned from it and tried again. I didn't just get marks off on the test. I asked questions like, how can I do this better? Or, how would you do this instead? No matter what you're doing, you're going to find a place to learn. You'll get better and better at your job or your hobby, and then you'll find yourself to be the person who's being asked all these questions. You might think that your learning is done, but you're wrong. Practicing and asking questions are the usual ways you think of learning, but teaching is another. You may find yourself asked a question about a topic you are an expert in, like, why do we do it this way? Or, how about we try fixing it this way instead? In helping others, you not only reaffirm your knowledge and expertise in the subject, but you start to fill in the little cracks that you yourself didn't even know you had. So if there's one thing I want to leave you all with today, it's that no matter where your life goes from here, whether it's off to work in your trade, off to college, you've enlisted, or you're taking a gap year, you should never stop learning. Always be on the lookout for how you can learn about your profession, your hobbies, and yourself. Never be afraid to try learning about something completely new either. Even if you don't know a lot about it, the more you take the time to learn and practice and perfect, the more you'll improve at it. Every single thing you excel in today, there was a time where you took that first step in learning how to do it or learning about it. At that time, you knew nothing or little about what it was or how to do it, but you picked up that guitar, you stepped out onto that soccer field, started a new job for the first time, and now look where you are today. 4 years from now, you could be an expert in something you haven't even tried yet. But it takes those first steps of practicing and learning to pave that path to the future. Again, to all the graduates today, congratulations.